Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. I'm your host, Kaynichole. And I've been away for a while. I was out for Caribbean Fashion Week, International Fashion Week to be exact, out in St. Lucia. Something that you should definitely check out next year. It's every MLK weekend, so check that out because it was definitely a good time. So, oh yes, let me take my sip for the evening. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday? Everybody's doing well? We almost there. Almost over the hump. And Angel Exodus Presents as Loving Your Hairstyle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, before I get started, I just want to share my calendar and let you guys know that it is still on sale. You can get on MadCloud. The link is in my bio. Can I send you a D-pic on DM? Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Check it out. Like I said, it's on MadCloud. It's beautiful. I've been giving a lot of positive feedback, so definitely check that out. So the hot topics that I want to talk about and why we need to do better. Let me get straight into it because there's been a lot happening these past few weeks since the whole viral video of the mommy and daughter pole dancing, which I believe has gotten even more viral in the past several weeks. But since that time, we have the Walmart toddler incident. We have the Pandora engagement ring incident. And we have the Brick Lady incident. All which have been very controversial in our community as of late. And I just want to give my feedback on it and my reaction to all of this, because some of it is worth addressing and others it's just nonsense that we have perpetuated among our society. And like I said, we need to do better. So I want to first address the most serious of incidences that occurred this past weekend that have gone viral. And that would be the Walmart toddler incident. So just to give some feedback for those that are living under a rock, is that a few days ago, there was a video in Walmart of this woman wearing a bonnet, a sweater, maybe a windbreaker pants, and some shoes, pushing a toddler that only had on a diaper. The Walmart employee, Felicia, proceeded to record this incident. And they went back and forth, and there was a lot of feedback from other customers in the store and what was going on there. And what's going on with the toddler? I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this story, but I do want, like I said, give my reaction and my feedback on it because it's very tragic. That there would be a parent that would be having a child in Mississippi in freezing temperatures without any clothes on, and then find it funny for other people about her parenting. Everybody should be concerned. We are a village. We should be teaching each other and helping each other grow instead of basically demonizing each other. And yes, I saw parents, adults giving feedback and helping the child and putting on clothes. But the thing is that besides that, people need to be involved. And I believe that the woman said that she had to, police had investigated her twice or whatever already. And I guess that was part of the, that was filmed in the incident. However, it does need to be investigated. It doesn't, if a person is allowed to have multiple cases where she's being neglectful, and that's a surefire example of neglect. And the feedback that I've seen on social media has been excusing the parents' behavior, and that's unexcusable behavior. There is no reason for a child to be unclothed for any reason, to be outside. And it's just a shame. So I just feel that we need to do better. We need to do better by each other, and making sure that these things that justice is brought, because there should be no reason, like I said, that this woman should be allowed to walk around with her child under dress. But again, looking at her as well, she was underdressed for the weather, also for what was going on. As you watch the video, everybody is very much, gloves, heavy jackets. So the fact that she's underdressed is a concern, especially having the baby out with just a diaper on. And so that's unexcusable behavior. We need to do better by our kids. Whoever is working with that woman needs to do better by her. Those that are just coming in, welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. I am your host, Kaynichole. Going to go to those that weren't aware. I have my calendar out, so make sure that you check it out. Link in bio. That's my little plug right there, as I continue discussing these hot topics and why we need to do better. Okay, and the Walmart toddler situation is one of the most serious reasons why we need to do better. The kids are our future. We have to protect them by all costs. Kenny V NYC says people need to ask for help, and they have to put aside their pride when help is offered. I totally agree with you. People have become very prideful these days, and we need to work on that, and really face our demons. We become, I'm hearing this word a lot, like becoming narcissistic, and I feel that it has become a societal thing, where no one wants to say excuse me anymore. No one wants to apologize anymore. No one wants to really take accountability. And these are topics that we constantly talk about over and over again. But until we can actually not only have accountability for ourselves, but be our brother and sister's keeper. And I think that that's the hardest thing that's being done today, that it's hard for us to step up and let each other know, like, call each other out on our bullshit. And that is going on into the next topic, because the friend here in the next segment shared, which is the brick lady. Okay, those that aren't familiar with the story, this woman, Rhoda Osman, yes, stated it was several months ago that she had been hit by a brick because she wouldn't give this guy her number. So her friend was with her and said that she didn't see anybody hit her with the brick, which I feel the friend should have stood up a little bit further and said a little bit more, because I don't think this should have lasted as long as it did. Personally, I felt that there was something strange in this story anyway, because I've seen people that have been hit by bricks and it doesn't puff up like that. It looked like she had never had allergic reaction. If you have been hit by a brick, it is causing some fractal damage. Okay, you are bleeding. You are not just having like a puffed up thing. Your orbital socket is finito. So I don't know, but anyway, she had said back then that she had been hit by a brick from this guy because she didn't give him her number. Which I guess later in the news report, it was that she had gotten into an Uber and she didn't give the Uber driver her number. And, you know, case might be, fast forward, a gentleman by the name of, let me make sure I get it right, Olan Douglas, was accused of hitting her with the brick. And though he was never charged, by public opinion, he was found guilty, and he was judged and sent death threats and so on and so forth. Now I watched his news report, his interview with the local news. And he shared that, you know, her malicious nature and how, you know, it caused a true divide between Black men and Black women. And I can't account for how it affected the state in which it occurred. But what I can say is that the divide has continued to happen because people over perpetuate negative responses to differences and not being liked. If a person doesn't like you, you know, it obviously has to be, you know, something negative. It can't just be, it wasn't a good fit. Somebody has to find something wrong with the other person. And that's part of the issue, you know. Not to go on like a tangent, let me get back on subject, but I just feel like that's the divide. The divide is that, you know, people perpetuate negative experiences like it's everybody, it's all a group, and it's like, no, that's your experiences, but that's not what everybody experiences. That's not all that's out there. Figure it out. Why are you attracting this particular kind of person? It might not necessarily be them. It might not simply be something inside of yourself, something that's attracting that. And I think that that's, you know, a big issue here. But I feel like because when the incident first happened with Miss Osmond, I did see that she was she had her doctorate and everything like that. She's a very smart woman, and what she's getting and what she is facing jail time for is is frauding through deception, okay, of an incident that never occurred. Because what they later found out is that, yes, Mr. Douglas did hit her, but he hit her with a water bottle. So she slapped him, and in kind, he hit her with a water bottle. So he said that, you know, it was an instant reaction. And, you know, and he says that it's never right to hit a female. And so, of course, we are aware it is never right to put your hands on anybody. It's not even just right for a man to hit a woman. It's not right for a woman to put her hands on a man. You know, everybody should be keeping their hands to themselves, really and truly. So I had seen on a fellow Instagrammer's channel that it's another woman here to ruin all men. And, you know, saying that, yes, it's not all women. And yes, I appreciate that it's not, he's saying that it's not all women, but the truth She did have an altercation with him. He didn't hit her with a brick, and she clearly has issues. But again, I don't think, I'm gonna say you can't ruin someone's life if the facts don't add up. I mean, I might say, I know that there's plenty of innocent people that go to jail. However, there was too much evidence that showing that was not the that was not the case. That there was something more going on. And like I said, it didn't even make any sense when I first heard the incident on on social media about her being hit with a brick and everything like that. It didn't really make sense because she never made a report. People were saying, like, make a report. Why didn't you make a report at the time that the police were there? So, and she didn't make one, and it never made any sense. And this is the reason why. And it just seemed odd because, like I said, for me personally, she didn't look like she had any true damage to her face that showed that that she was hit with a brick. I mean, she only, like I said, she looked like she had an allergic reaction, unfortunately. But she's obviously very disturbed. She had this altercation. She was obviously inebriated as well. I mean, there's a lot of different factors. Of course, she's wrong. It's unfortunate, that she named the guy that hit her with the bottle as the guy that hit her with the brick. But again, it makes sense if she's going to tell a story like that. It has to be close to the truth so that she can remember it. She's saying, oh, she had to do her own investigation and she found out that it was this person. No, she didn't have to investigate and do her own investigation for anything. She had an altercation with this person. She was drunk or whatever case might be. And there you go. It doesn't take rocket science to know that, if you're going to lie and make sure that you continuously stay with the same lie, then yeah. And that's how she was able to get all these people to give her all this money. And people are saying, they feel bad for the people that gave her, they feel bad for the people that gave her money, to help her get her face fixed or whatever the money she said it was for. Because like I said, I didn't pay attention to it. I'm just talking about it now because it's a big hot topic, and I do have my thoughts on it because, like I said, I thought it was BS from the beginning. But she got $42,000 in change for her GoFundMe, which is a nice piece of change, from strangers that want to be there for her and everything like that. And what kills me is, and I'm just talking about it now because it hits home to something else I was watching, and I find that we commonly do that, and that's why we need to do better. Okay, that's why we have to do better. Because I watched Raising Kanan. Give me fire signs if y'all watch Raising Kanan. That's my shit. So anyway, in the latest episode, right, Marvin is helping out this white guy that he met at his anger management course, right? Now, he's focusing on him, helping him out, helping this white guy out that has his kids, these young little girls. And oh, of course they're sweet and of course they're cute, right? But his own brother, Lou, is struggling, drinking, breaking down, revealing family secrets, talking and shit, having to kill an old lady for what? He needs the help, but yet you focus on old boy. And we need to stop doing that. As a people, we need to stop focusing on the next person and help what's in our own backyard. And I'm just like, I'm tired of seeing it. Like, we really need to, like, open our eyes and say, I mean, yes, it's always good to be helpful. I'm not saying don't be helpful. Okay, that's not what's coming out my mouth right now. I'm not saying don't be helpful. What I'm saying to you is that if you see something that's going on in your own backyard, you help that first. You help clean that shit up first before you want to go in somebody else's backyard and help them with their shit. Like the fuck? So I'm just, that's just my personal opinion. I'm passionate, Pierce. Shush. Be quiet. Can't get passionate with my fellow viewers. Stop. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me come over there. Have Peter call on me. Don't have me. Don't have me. It's about to fall. Okay. So we need to clean up our own backyard before we focus on someone else's. So that is my little sidebar on that, because I've been seeing it too much. And since I saw him raising Canaan, and then I'm seeing it in like this little, I'm like, focus. But let me read the comments. Let me see. Night Angel Exodus says, shaking my head. Fire signs from the 202 kid. Angel Exodus Presents says, people were quick to give her money as well as judge the alleged attacker. Correct. Definitely. Kenny V NYC, did you hear about the 10-year-old girl who got raped in NYC? She supposedly met her rapist online dating site. Wow, that's terrible. No, I did not hear about that, and that's crazy. And you have to watch out. You know, parents have to be more attuned to what's going on. I know it's hard. I know that it's a lot to focus on. You know, I can't, you know, like people would say, I'm one to talk because I don't have any kids, but I do have to balance a lot of different things. I did work with children for a long period of time, and it is a lot. They're very needy. And you have to constantly keep them busy, you know, whether it be schoolwork, extracurricular activities, you know, but you have to be on them. You have to be paying attention. Yeah, especially when on the computer. Keep that in a public space. Do not let these kids be taking their computer, their laptop into their bedroom, closing the door. No, you sit in the living room, you sit in the kitchen while I'm cooking, while I'm watching this movie, while I'm doing what I need to do, the laundry and everything like that. You're not about to go off somewhere having a whole conversation and I don't know what's, no, and know all the passwords and everything like that. Like, there's no reason why, you know, a 10-year-old should be able to, what's going on? Where's the parents? Where's the guardian? So that's I'm very unfortunate to hear that, but there's something else going on in the home, that she's on some online dating site to begin with, and lastly that she's 10. We need to do better. That's unfortunate. We need to do better. We need to do better. Tune for Hire says, Big Sis tried to reach out and help him, though. I guess that was with something else. I'm sorry. 202 kids said, cleaning up the neighborhood while your own house looking like trash, metaphorically speaking. Definitely. Clearly the dog is passionate also. Hi, you're funny. I'm sorry I missed this. Hey, beauty. Hey, if you're still here, hey. I'm sorry I'm late on the recall. My apologies. But yeah. So I don't feel bad for the people that gave her money, because first of all, you need to make sure, besides making sure that your own backyard is clean and everything like that, you don't know enough about situations to be just giving people your hard-earned money. Thank you. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Thank you. She went to the bar and had a conversation with him. Yeah, oh, yes, with the Osmond. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she had a conversation with them. I know that she went into his vehicle and everything like that. He didn't start having an altercation with her until he told her to get out the vehicle and everything like that. And I said that is why she selected him. You may have missed earlier, but yeah, that's why I said she selected him with the brick, because that's the last person that she had altercation with. If you're going to have, like I said, if you're going to lie to the police, if you're going to lie to people and to a lot of people, you got to make sure that it's as close to the truth possible. So since he hit her with the water bottle and she already had altercation with him, it wasn't hard to pin shit on him. It wasn't hard. I would too. If I had an altercation with somebody, and I want to keep it close to the truth, I'm going to blame the last person that I had a fight with. Because they're going to say, oh, you had a motive. They don't take rocket science. But people don't pay attention. People want to be quick to help with a sob story. And I hear you. My heart reaches out and goes out to all my patients. But if I gave money to every patient that gave me a sob story, I would be fucking broke. I got to pick and choose which one's most severe, which one makes the most sense. And this one damn sure didn't make no sense to me, personally. Because like I said, if you got hit with a brick, it would look way worse than how she did in those pictures. Miss me with the dumb shit. But I guess people don't know what getting hit, smacked with a brick look like. I haven't personally been hit with them, but I've seen one up close and personal, and it's not pretty. But anyway, the 202 kid says, when they said Big Sis tried to help, they were referring to you talking about raising Canaan. Oh, that's what it was? Well, I don't think she tried to help him. I don't think she really tried to help, honestly. Because what does real help look like? Action, not conversation. And first of all, my assumption for the next episode is that he leaves something there, because he was drunk as a skunk. Drunk as a motherfucking skunk during that home invasion to kill her and everything like that. So we don't know what really happened, what was going on and stuff like that. So I'm going to assume that, there's a little present there. That's just my assumption. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. Oh. So, okay. So the next order of business that I'm going to talk about is the Pandora ring. Ooh. So, in a recent viral TikTok video, this young man goes through stages of him having this ring, and up to the time that he proposes to his girl. And she says yes, and she's very excited with her ring and everything like that. The entire time, however, it is in a Pandora box, okay? So that is how we all know that it is from Pandora. Let me just put that out there, because otherwise, that's the key to this. Because if we did not have the box saying Pandora, we would not know it was from Pandora, okay? So yeah. That's the big part. That's the big part right there. So yeah, if you didn't know, it was because it was in the box. Okay, not the box. That's the key. The box. Okay. So everybody was up in a tizzy. Okay, about it coming from Pandora, saying why would he get her such a cheap ring? Why would he do this? Why would he do that? Okay. Now, again, my fellow kings and queens, please pay attention to your kingdom, okay? If your kingdom, okay, and your master bed does not have its own bed warmer, do not worry about someone else's, okay? That is what I'm going to say to you, okay? If you do not have your own bed warmer in your own castle, do not worry about the bed warmer in someone else's, okay? That is my tidbit for you on that one. However, again, I don't know why we became into this culture. Ever since I was a kid, if someone doesn't have the latest this or the latest that, we pick on them. We find fault with them. When did we, I mean, yes, it's kids. But I notice that sometimes even as adults, we do this. And I'm just saying we need to do better. There is no reason why a Pandora ring is not good enough for his queen. If that's what she likes, if that's what she appreciates, and that's what she loves, then that's what makes them happy. I've been hearing, because I watched other, podcasts and saw what their thoughts were and everything like that. And this one woman was like, you don't know how much the wedding will cost and everything like that. And all that shit is fluff, because he got what he felt that he could afford and give her and that she would like. Point blank, period. Because obviously he wanted her to marry him. So he got what he thought that she would like so that she would say yes. And that's all the fuck that matters. You feel me? Cheers to that. Okay? Because all that other bullshit don't matter. It don't matter. So it just don't make no sense. I just saw somewhere else a 9-year-old was bullied for not having a real Stanley Cup. Honestly, I just learned what a Stanley Cup was a week ago at the airport. And I was like, now that I know what it is, I am truly confused. I am truly lost and bewildered, if you may. It don't make no sense. So we have to do better. We truly have to do better as a unit and just educate each other. Like I said, we are our brother's keeper. I know it might sound, cliche, it might sound stupid, but we gotta point out bullshit when we see it. We gotta point out the nonsense when we see it. And I know that can be, difficult to step up, when the rest of the group is sheep. But we were all meant to stand out, so why don't we do that? Especially when it comes to what's right and what makes sense. And I am truly tired of us, having this culture of judging others because we're either jealous of it or we just want to be trolls. There's no reason for it. And it's like, why do we constantly do that to our sisters and brothers? Like, Simone Biles, we couldn't just be happy for her. We had to talk about her, her dress. We had to talk about her shoes. We got to talk about her hair. When those things are the least important. What's most important is the matrimony between these two beautiful people. We say black love is rare, then we need to treasure it and act like it and do the most for it. So I don't understand what the hate is, so that's my confusion. I'm lost in that understanding. So, but that's why I said we need to do better. And those are the hot topics that I have for the evening. You know, I thought they were fairly interesting, and like I said, they're all where we can learn to, like I said, do better and to educate one another, because that's foolishness. All of it is foolishness that we can do better. There's no, like I said, there's no reason why a toddler should be underdressed going to the supermarket in cold weather. I mean, there's clearly something wrong with the mother. What about the Trump winning in the primaries? Laugh out loud. Too far. You know what? I don't even want to talk about that. Personally, I'm pissed that he's even allowed to do what he's doing right now. I'm like, our judicial system has to do better. You know, all around, we need to do better. We need to really look at the laws that we make and say how this is really helping people. Like, stop with the bullshit. You know, we constantly see that Roe versus Wade, nobody wants it. Where the fuck, why was it, why? To meet some man's agenda. Because no female, like, it's just like, and the ones that did, been brainwashed, like, oh gosh, I can't with the stupid shit. Like, why? So, talking about Trump is just insanity that he's allowed to continue to do what he does. And I understand that, you know, he's not being allowed to have certain things relooked at or whatever, stuff like that, because I'm not watching his case that closely as to know all the details. I just want to know that he's convicted. That is my main point, and what counts. They are stack those motherfuckers up and give them as many counts as you can possibly count and throw away the key. But as far as the exact points and times and what he feels about what he's appealing and everything like that, give two fucks about what he's appealing or any of that shit. Decision made, that's all I care about. So I'll be completely honest on that. What else? Yeah, so and then just to wrap it up again about Brick Lady, Rhoda Osmond scamming people out of so much money because she said that she got hit with a brick. It's just sad that, you know, like I said, that people need to do certain things for money. People, don't be so gullible. Stop giving your money to strangers, especially if you don't really know what's really going on. But that's what she did, was fucked up. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything like that. It was messed up. She deserves to write him an apology, first of all, as well as pay restitution for the man hours meant to investigate that, because it only got investigated because she made such a big fucking deal about it, trying to get money and everything like that, and because she never filed the police report. But I do know that if certain things get certain attention and hasn't been brought up to the police, they have to investigate it. So here, go figure. You want to do smart shit, you get smart prizes. Ha ha ha. You know, so yeah, I know that's not it, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up? So that's on that. And like I said, I thought that was some clownery foolishness to begin with, because like I said, if you've been hit by a brick, looks way different in person besides what she looked like. And the fact that she never did a police report. Funny style. I am sipping on red Moscato. Yes, that's what I'm sipping on. And like I said, lastly was the Pandora ring, which is, as long as they're happy, what does it matter what we think or what we have to say? It really doesn't. But a lot of people, we always want to give our thoughts. So, you know, there you go. But like I said, we need to do better. And like I said all the time, my channel is about building the bridge between us. And one of those ways that we can do that is not to overgeneralize each other, have grace, and what do I want to say? Honest dialogue. I think that's good. Yeah, honest dialogue. So, thank you for tuning in to Kaynichole After Dark. I will lastly say, make sure you get my calendar, link in bio. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll be in touch. You do the same. And above all, always keep your crown straight. Take care.